Today we're facing Toby in Sandbox. It is a sweltering 112 degrees here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so you are going to hear my fan in the background, and I will not turn it off, otherwise I will die. This is not the team that we're using. Houndstone does not exist on the Drafty-On site. This is the team that we're using. Garchomp does pretty well into Toby's comp, I think. Did he leave? He has the wrong move on him on. No sweat. Garchomp does pretty well into his team, especially next to Talonflame. His only ground resists are Meganium and Araquanid, which are both weak to flying. And so I was going to bring a flying move, and then I forgot that I wanted that. And so Talonflame doesn't have an offensive flying move, but Garchomp has Rock Slide and Poison Jab. Dragon is useless into Toby's team, so I don't have it. Poison Jab for Mega Meganium, Rock Slide for Araquanid, and also just for, like, general coverage purposes, but for the most part, Earthquake, I think, is going to be pretty good. Kangaskhan I really like here. I like the Fake Out. I'm running the Fake Out Last Resort set, which I'm a fan of, especially in this matchup. He has a lot of Intimidate on his team, and so I did consider, and by a lot I mean two, but still, he's got Arcanine and Mega Manectric, both of which I suspect will come. What I'm expecting to see is Mega Meganium, Mega Tyranitar, Excadrill, Arcanine, Mega Manectric, maybe Araquanid. I think that Wide Guard is pretty good into my team. I think he wants a Steel Resist because I have Goldengo. I didn't bring it, but, like, I do have it. And then Leftovers Talonflame looks very strange. But I want to be able to take Sand Chip and then still have Gale Wings active the next turn, because both he and I have Sand. I don't think Sash would be very useful. I think Talonflame would find itself dead by the end of whatever turn anyway. I don't think that a Sharpeak would be very helpful, or yada yada yada, and so I should have brought no item acrobatics, but again, I'm very worried about his double Intimidate, and so I am running Overheat. Leftovers looks weird, but I just don't really think there's a much better option there. Sugarberry Tyranitar for Excadrill. I have Low Kick. And I also think he might go a Trick Room mode, so Talonflame has Whirlwind, and Tyranitar has Taunt. So, yeah. Okay, what do we see? It's Arcanine Araquanid. Okay, so I called it almost exactly. It's no Manectric, which is fine by me. It's Tyranitar, which is stone. He's got Meganium, which will be holding the stone. He's got Arcanine, Araquanid, Cofagrigus, and I didn't write Excadrill. Hilarious. Excadrill. Tremendous. So, am I crazy if I feel like no, I should go with the lead that I was already planning on using, which is 1-2. And then I think the Arcanine is absolutely coming. I think there's a real chance that it comes on lead, actually. So I think the easiest way for me to get rid of it is going to be Rotom. Obviously, Tyranitar could be helpful with that. But and then this, I guess. It should be Tyranitar, but I didn't click it, so it's not coming. Tyranitar can also help deal with Arcanine, but with Intimidate and a potential Will-O-Wisp, I think I would rather have Rotom. Yep, here's Arcanine. That does not surprise me in the slightest. I'm not super pressed about doing anything crazy with Garchomp here. What if I just hard swap to Rotom, right? Overheat is not going to kill Meganium. I could have gone for Protect, and then Overheat would have put it into Poison Jab range next turn, because I suspect at -1, Poison Jab will not kill Meganium. That's my suspicion. And so I definitely want the chip, but I also need Tailwind up in order for Garchomp to outspeed Arcanine, which I would like for it to do, because I think that the odds that this Arcanine has Will-O-Wisp are very, very high. So I just want to make sure I'm being very careful in front of it. How much is this going to do? Because I don't think it's not going to kill, for sure. But, like, over 50%, hopefully. Here's Overheat. And I love to see that. I love to see it. Because it means that if Stravinsky is alive next turn, yep, here's Wisp. And who said? Me. I sure did. That kind of damage means that even at -2, I should pick up next turn. So I can... Revealing Leftovers is very funny. Yeah, Overheat plus Pump I think looks really good, especially considering, like, what's his Hydro Pump switch in? Araquanid, and that's it. So I am down to just rip this. I suspect he will save at least one of these Pokemon. But... yeah, here's Meganium saving itself. Fair enough, and very reasonable. It's Pasho. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so actually both of his Pokemon live the turn then. Is Arcanine able to kill Talonflame? I don't know what moves it has. It might have, like, Wild Charge, perhaps? Or he goes into Protect. Snarl, interesting. That's not who you want it to miss, if you're my opponent. I still think even at -3, this Overheat is going to kill Meganium. And the Pasho actually, I think, works in my favor, oddly enough, because now I'm once again threatening a double KO, which helps with momentum in a pretty big way, and he can't reliably protect with Meganium, so he sort of has to take this with Araquanid. Yeah, okay, and that's fine. I don't have a move to... That's good damage, actually. Considering it's a resist. That is pretty frustrating, but it's also fine. Rotom is going to go down here, which I am okay with. I think with the chip that I got into Arcanine, I am more than okay. With Rotom going down there. Because now, at -1, I think that Earthquake will KO. I'm gonna go Chomp here, which feels a little strange, but I think that... I don't need to set Tailwind, right? I can just Overheat... Because if he goes for, like, Wide Guard on Araquanid, then I end up being okay. I think missing that Overheat was not actually the worst thing in the world. What else could happen here? I don't think... Is it Arcanine? Okay, that's fine. So, I suspect that Rock Slide might double KO here, even through Intimidate, because if I'm remembering correctly, I think Araquanid's physical defense is not very good. Maybe it's its special defense. Please hold. Okay, Overheat, this is not going to do anything. It's resisted, and I'm at -3. That's a crit. Show me Araquanid. Yeah, physical defense much worse than special defense. Which is why I ended up still going with... That's annoying. That's annoying. But Talonflame going down, I'm not super, super pressed about. I think I still have plenty of ways of dealing with Meganium. Life Orb, interesting. Yeah, he has 2 Intimidate Mons, which is certainly a bummer, don't get it twisted, but a lot of his bulkier Mons are a lot bulkier on the special side. He's got... Aw, man. Okay, I would fake out... If I fake out Cofagrigus, then I give up Scrappy, which I don't want to do. I would fake out into Araquanid and... I guess just rip another Rock Slide. We're going under Trick Room, which is a bummer, but it's also fine. Actually, he might be Wisping with Cofagrigus. But realistically, I suspect it's just gonna be Trick Room. Because then he gets the speed advantage with Meganium, and then I'm, like, turbo-owned. Cofagrigus in the back is not what I was expecting, and you can... Yeah. It is Wisp. Okay, so certainly a bummer, but also fine, right? Garchomp is -1 and burned, so it's gonna be a lot of heavy lifting from Kangaskhan here. I would Last Resort here, and Rock Slide, and pray for, like, a flinch. Okay, this is fine. Araquanid is not going to go down here, obviously, because it protected. A flinch would be very nice, or if Last Resort can just pick up the KO, that would be tight. But Cofagrigus is so bulky, I'm not banking on it. I do have quite a bit of attack investment, but I'm not adamant. And it wouldn't even have made a difference. I still wouldn't have been able to do it. So, okay, the flinch is very nice for me. But I feel like it still doesn't matter, right? I'm gonna rip Earthquake because Rock Slide is absolutely not gonna kill Cofagrigus, and I suspect that Earthquake also still won't. But I can't hit it with Kangaskhan anymore. So it's really like the only chance that I've got, unfortunately. Meganium is pretty low, though, so if he doesn't set Trick Room here, I think I still end up in a good position, even if both of my Pokemon get burnt. Like, I wouldn't love to see it happen, don't get it twisted. Here's Earthquake. This shouldn't kill anything, right? Yeah, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. I knew that there was a very, very real chance that it should be TR here, right? Because otherwise Meganium just gets outran by both of my Mons and I win. Yeah, okay, and he knew. So, See, now it gets complicated. I think what I have to do is sort of just, like, really bet on Kang surviving a big hit. I can't risk Dazzling Gleam KOing Garchomp, because then I will auto lose. Because Kangaskhan cannot hit Cofagrigus. Here's Protect. Show me Gleam. Oh, that's gonna... yeah. Dazzling Gleam is gonna KO from there. I forgot that Koff gets Body Press now. Oh, unless? No, he read the Protect. It was too obvious. Yeah, it is what it is. I think that was still the right play, but... Because even if Garchomp attacked there, it's like, what? I still don't think that, Actually, maybe it does. I'm certainly not revealing anything. I suspect that Garchomp will not survive the turn. But if it does, like, revealing Poison Jab into Meganium doesn't do anything because Cofagrigus still wins with Shadow Ball and or Body Press after Meganium hits me. Yeah. Okay, so that was not, like, super awesome, but it was close. I would like to bring Tyranitar. He didn't bring any sand at all, which is certainly interesting. Garchomp is faster than, like, all of the Pokemon that he brought, right? So I think I can God, this Arcanine is so annoying. Am I leaving Kang? I think that's... Well, maybe I'm leaving Talonflame. Is that crazy? Who else is here? Oh, I forgot I missed Overheat. Sorry, I'll give context for that in a second. I have to figure out what I'm bringing. I think that maybe T-Tar Drill is just like so ass on lead that he's just not going to bring it. I think I would like to bring the same thing, but instead of... Well, actually... Maybe I don't. Because, like, ground coverage looks good into his team in theory, but... I don't know, it just didn't feel like I really got it. Maybe, I think Garchomp has to come in the back, actually. I think I go like this, and then like this. And maybe it's wrong, but whatever, I don't really care. Yeah, I was gonna say... I don't think the RNG mattered in the end, because the Rock Slide miss on Araquanid is like, who fucking cares? But then I remembered I missed the Overheat, and that actually did make a pretty big difference. But also, it's fine. Okay. Because with Shukaberry, if he goes for Iron Head instead of High Horsepower, though, then I'm in trouble, right? Well, I guess we'll see what he does. Oh, chat! Hang on, wait. Okay, I would say that this is a pretty good turn. Okay, so I would say that turn one went pretty well for me, I think. I definitely had a pretty big shock factor. I think that he's going to end up kind of suspicious of my Tyranitar set, because why did I leave Excadrill open like that? Excellent, I can't be affected by Scrappy. Shout out... I can't be affected by Intimidate. Shout out Scrappy. I would protect... I feel like he's gonna Wisp into my Kang, and I also feel like I don't care. Is that crazy? Here's protect. Okay. Ow. Ow! Yep, here's Wisp. That's annoying. But it's also fine. How much would Last Respects do? Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. Last Resort do without the burn? It's gonna do twice as much as... Okay. So... That's like 80%? That's pretty good, I think. I think I can pretty safely switch into Rotom here, and then just Last Resort into Arcanine again. Drill isn't Life Orb, so I suspect that actually it's Sash, and I probably should have attacked into it at least once, so that late game Garchomp can do some work. High horsepower I'm immune to. Iron Head I resist. Wisp I don't care. Okay, excellent. Yeah, because he doesn't want to risk missing the high horsepower. Okay, so Kang is going to go down here, which I am super, super fine with. It means that I get to go into Chomp here. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I outsped Arcanine with Garchomp. Am I crazy for thinking that that's true? I think he has to play defensive here. Because now I'm not intimidated, I'm not burned, and I have Sandforce active. I think Garchomp is faster, but I could be misremembering. Here's my horsepower. Ow, first of all. This should bring to Sash? Yeah, okay. I am faster than Arcanine. Okay, good. And Arcanine is Pasho, so can't be shook up. I would call my position here pretty good, but it's also really tricky, right? Because I don't know. We'll see how much Poison Jab does. Yeah, here's Meganium. So obviously I'm locked into Pump. This is where I reveal Poison Jab, and I pray to the Lord that it kills. I mean, it should, right? Garchomp is very strong. Like, it's not stab, but Garchomp is really strong, and it's 4x super effective. Surely. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that was at least a half-decent time to reveal that. If I didn't have that, I think Meganium may have reversed 3-up swept me. But I do have it. Give me Gar, Chomp. I'm pretty sure. Am I Adamant or Jolly? I think I'm Jolly. Right? Yeah, I am. Okay. So Mega Garchomp. Poison Jab. Okay, so my assumption in Game 1 was correct. That if I am at -1, Poison Jab will not kill. And this isn't even on, like, a particularly complicated spread. It's just max HP. And at -1, Poison Jab does max 85%. So, I was right, and I need to be watching out for that. What do I change? Is Serena any good here? I don't want to lead Garchomp. I like... That's why he protected Excadrill, because he wanted to make sure he kept his Sash intact. Which seems smart to me, I think. What do I do? I like a Serena lead. Like Serena Rotom, perhaps, but then I get turbo owned by, like, if he leads Meganium. But surely he wouldn't, right? I think I like something like this, and then... No, 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 no. I have to leave those guys behind, and it's a bummer, but it is what it is. It's gotta be like this. I do like Serena here, I cannot lie. I don't think he does sand on lead again. Yeah. This is about what I was expecting. It means that I can switch Garchomp out, or I can protect. The tricky part is that both of my Pokemon are in a lot of trouble right now. Because he can go, like, Wisp into Garchomp and Solar Beam into Rotom, and I'm, like, super extra turbo-owned. Oh, good grief. What do I do? What's the play? Is the play to just get as much damage into Meganium as I can, and then... I think I have to just take the damage I can get, and go from there. I think I lose off lead here. This is really, really bad for me. I knew he might go back to this, and I just didn't consider it at all. Like, I did not think long enough about what this position would look like for me, which is to say, I think it looks really, really insanely bad. If it's like Protect off Meganium, then that would be tight. I wouldn't count on it. We activate Passion Berry, which means we hit, which is very nice. So both of his Pokemon will live, but they'll be pretty low, which is nice. It does very much depend on what he has in the back. I could also crit. No, that's fine. Yeah, here's Wisp, and then Solar Beam is going to take out Rotom. I don't know why I was sitting here like he was going to double KO my Pokemon. Garchomp is still alive. I'm just annoyed. Rotom is going to go down, but that's fine. God, Mega Meganium is so good. I'm going to go to Tyranitar. And I'm just gonna click, like, I'm burnt and -1. I'm just clicking, oh my god, I was gonna say I'm just clicking Rock Slide 2 times. I don't even have it on Tyranitar. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, shoot. I think I want to call, like, an Arcanine switch, because it's kind of all I can do at this point, right? He switches Meganium. Okay, well, that's bad. I should have just clicked Rock Slide then. I just wanted to make sure Meganium went down, and now my position is much worse because of it. The miss is very nice for me. That miss is so good. Very, very helpful for me. What does he do? It's Indicophagus. Is he Mental Herb, do we think? I don't know what item it is. It's not a recovery item. I'm gonna go knock off Rock Slide. And if I knock off something that's not Mental Herb, then, hey, it is what it is. But I feel like it's gotta be, right? Because it never ate Citrus, it never got, leftovers healing, it never got anything like that. Show me Mental Herb. It's not Colbur. It dies to Sand, which means Meganium gets in for free. Oh, it's... So I could have just gone for Taunt, then. This is a dead Tyranitar. Araquanid is so strong, dude. The crazy thing is, even with Trick Room up, we might be okay. I think Kangaskhan... Huh? From Rock Slide. Okay, I got the most lucky anyone has ever been. At Tony. This set fucking sucks. What the hell? I think that is probably going to seal it up for us. I cannot lie. I forgot I clicked Rock Slide. I was like, how did he flinch? I would fake out into Araquanid, and even at -1 and burned, Poison Jab is still going to kill. Because my damage is quartered, basically, if my mental math is ballpark correct. Yeah, if it's quartered, but I do like 106%, then I do like 25-ish after Burn and Intimidate, so I think this should be fine, because I have the speed advantage now, because I got the luckiest anyone has ever been. Was he going for Wide Guard? Genuinely, what did either of us do to deserve the things that happened in this set? I guess Poison Jab is technically the right move, because it can't miss. But yeah, getting Mummy instead of Water Bubble, I think even if I had gone for Rock Slide and missed, I think I still would have won. Because he couldn't kill Kang in time from that range. Well, I don't know what karmic justice was happening to me and Toby that set, but I hope that that's the end of it. I mean, certainly well played and well prepped, but there was a lot of game-deciding RNG in that set, which is always frustrating. But at least it's in, I think, the most casual league either of us are playing in right now, so... I mean, of all the places for it to happen, I guess here is the best place for it, I suppose. But, yeah, well played, well prepped to Toby, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.